Hello guys, this is M4J and we are trying to start the stream once again. We are having technical difficulties today. A very common thing that happens all the time when you stream after a long while. So yeah, it's happening. But we can always get over it and do better things. So I'm trying our best. Hey, hello Mike. Yeah, it went offline. We are having some technical difficulties, so sorry. So we are resuming right now. So this is M4J and we are doing pyramids today. So sorry guys, I have been away for a week, so I'm back now. Let's start the step pyramid or whatever that discovery tool meant. Let's find out more about it. I think the audio is fine, hope so. Yeah, it looks fine. Let's start. Okay, so what is this tour about? Let's start it. So the step pyramid complex of Djoser or Djoser step pyramid. Okay, so we'll have to start the tour to know about it. So in our previous tour we learned about the different shapes of pyramid.
Don't forget, you can still use photo mode at any time.
Yes, narrator, I know. Okay.
Welcome to the step pyramid complex of Djoser.
Djoser. That's an interesting way to pronounce that. Okay, Senu, go away. I hope it's Senu. Okay, this is our checkpoint and this is the step pyramid. Interesting. We found a pyramid that does not look like a pyramid. Now we have a pyramid that looks like steps. Interesting. Let's find out. Okay.
The step pyramid is at the center of an enclosed complex comprised of temples, models of palaces, and artificial constructions, all built for the afterlife of Pharaoh Djoser. The funeral complex
Djoser is the name of a pharaoh.
Covers 15 hectares and is located on the highest point of the Saqqara Plateau. It's clear from the elaborate detail and scale of the complex that this was a technological marvel of its time. The only fragment of information regarding the design plans of the complex was discovered on a section of stone containing an architectural sketch of a vault.
They had an architectural sketch. Okay, let's check out this artwork. I think this is our favorite artist, Jean-Claude Galvin. Yeah, as always. And he has this. Where is the step pyramid? I can't see it. Now these are the regular pyramids. Did they misplace it or something? Yeah, this is a regular pyramid. Whoa. It's just showing Saqqara North 1997. I think that's when it was drawn, I guess. Is this the step pyramid? Because it has steps like terrace farming. I'm a bit confused here. Okay, I think this looks like to be more. I think this pyramid should be named a step pyramid. I think we were looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, we were looking at this thing, and this is just a wall. We're looking at the completely entire thing. This is a wall of a campus, and what we are supposed to see is this thing. Okay, step pyramids. Interesting. Let's go and find out. So what are these? Why are the walls so nicely designed? It looks like something from the future. Look at it. Yeah, it looks like it's from the future. Somebody made it for us. So perfect. Geometrically perfect. Okay, let's touch the checkpoint and let's see what it is about.
The step pyramid is the first monument built of stone, standing at 60 meters high.
Okay.
It was the tallest of its time. Built 4,700 years ago, it was originally intended as a mastaba, which was a flat-roofed rectangular tomb.
Okay.
Its famous architect, Imhotep,
Imhotep
may have felt this was too humble for the great pharaoh Djoser and began to add the steps.
Okay, so this is how it starts then. It was these square buildings, the one we were learning about before, and then it became steps. Okay, let's see what artwork. Okay, this is the same thing, I guess. The model of mastaba is the one step, the mastaba, the base, and then on top of it, on top of it, on top of it, and then it makes a pyramid. Now we understand. Okay, so let's check out the next one. But I'm still curious about these walls. Why? What do they need the fortification for? Like, what are they protecting? I know they have gold, but the other pyramids didn't have things like this. This is some walls of a different, like it. They are trying to protect the pyramids from the zombie apocalypse. Maybe. What are they protecting? What are those? I saw something like some trees or something. I think I'm wrong. Okay, let's continue.
The Step Pyramid complex is enclosed within a 1,600-meter long wall that is 10 meters high. This large wall was made out of white limestone and oriented along the north-south axis.
Okay, north and south axis. We do not have a compass to check that, but yeah, it is just a wall. But for some reason it is too fancy. Let's see if our favorite artist has some information about it. Okay, let's check it in full screen. It has the entire wall all around it, and yeah, there's this another pyramid around here. It does not have this one, but this one has this. Like, Imhotep thought that it wasn't good enough, so he made it very fancy. So very good job. And I don't know why did Imhotep earn the name in Mummy's Return movie as a villain. I don't know. So he was an engineer. Okay, so next time I hear the name Imhotep, I'll think of an engineer, not of a villain from some Hollywood movie. Okay, need to remember that. Okay, so this is complete structures, and these are roofs. I think these are complete buildings. We can go in through here, and this is an open campus, open compound. Okay, there's nothing else that we can learn in from here. It is completely made over sand. We have contour lines here, showing the height of the dunes. Okay. And this is the king, and this is his disciples, I guess. Okay, let's go further and learn about it. How far? I think we will need our horse now. Yeah.
While there are 14 doors, only its eastern door was intended to accommodate the living.
Okay.
The remaining false doors were built as portals for the king's ka to pass through. Along with false doorways, the walls were designed with bastions and steeples resembling a defensive wall. The positioning of these design elements suggest that they were related to the Hebsed festival.
They were related to the festival, and just for the festival they did so much work just on the wall. Too much money. They had too much money. Kings. Okay. Well then, making false doorways and then actual doorways, and then making such thick walls. Look at this. The wall by itself is extremely thick, and then it has these pillars. Also, they did not have concrete so at that time, so I don't know how strong these walls are. If the game has it, I am assuming that the real walls are still standing today. I think that supports the engineer, his idea of making walls like this, like the walls are, if the walls are still standing today. It's amazing. So let's go ahead and check the next checkpoint. Yeah, here.
The only real entrance into the complex is at the end of a long, narrow passageway. This enclosure has a stone canopy carved to resemble wooden logs. At the end of the passage is a large opening. Meant to resemble a doorway, it has carved doors and hinges that are permanently open and immovable.
Permanently open and immovable? I don't know why did they do so. Let's check this out. This is an original artwork. Coffin of many doorway and niches. What is this? Is this a map? Or this is actually a wood piece? Not so sure. Let's try to read something. The only real interesting object is okay, long passageway, and then wooden logs. Okay. I think we will learn more about it if we continue the tour. There are some information missing here. I think it will be in parts. Let's go in and find out. Yeah, it has something about this doorway. So this is the only doorway inside the pyramid to go in, and there are other false doorways. The engineers had too much time to play around, so they made false doorways. Okay, let's see. Activate a tire. Come on.
Whoa.
Not activating. Did you miss out anything? Yeah, this is the checkpoint. Why is it not getting activated? Do we need to get down on the horse? Yeah, it's activated now.
The corridor is lined with 20 pairs of columns up to 6 meters high, built by stacking stone drums. The completed facade was made to resemble reed stock bundles. Traces of red paint were found on the columns, along with black paint on the support walls. This would have had the effect of blending the walls into the shadows to give the red columns the illusion of standing on their own.
So much work. Why? Stella representing the interlocking doors. Doors within doors within doors within doors. Interesting. I don't know what these guys were trying to do, but they have confused me. So this is the entrance. We are at the pillars. We can see the red paints here. I don't see the black paints. The narrative mentioned something about the black paint. It is not here. Okay, now I see that the roof is red and the pillars were black. So if this was dark, the pillars won't be visible and it would seem like the roof didn't have any pillars. It will look bigger. I think that's the idea behind it. Okay, the horse is getting restless. Let's go ahead. Who is this? Oh, I think that's friendly. This is a tour, not a mission. So these are bandits, I guess. Yeah, he's a bandit. And he will not attack us at the moment because we are just tourists. Nothing to see here. We are just tourists. Let's see.
Chambers are located on either side of the columns and are thought to be chapels representing the provinces of Upper and Lower Egypt. According to some Egyptologists, the arrangement of the rooms may be symbolic of jurisdiction and judgment.
Interesting. And what is this? This is an entirely different thing. Perfumer vase and depicting the country's unification symbol with API, if I'm pronouncing it right. Ren of Tutankhamun. Interesting. And whatever. So this, I don't know. Now I'm getting a feeling that the references and the story or the tour is getting different. Like I can't relate to it. What happened? Did someone rushed too fast? Okay, let's give it another chance. Maybe there will be some more explanations later on. Let's go, continue. Through these columns, interesting. Let's go through. Come on, game, don't disappoint us. We have really high hopes. Oh, entire tree has fallen here, but it's still growing. Interesting, very realistic. Things like this happen in real world. Definitely. So we are inside the pyramid. Yeah, we are inside the pyramid's compound. Okay, let's see.
Guarded by a line of carved snakes, this tomb is located at the southern end of the courtyard.
Okay.
The burial chamber is beneath it, down a 30-meter deep shaft. The low-ceilinged chamber resembles a mastaba and is relatively intact compared to the later burial chamber. The tomb is made of pink granite, though there is evidence it was once polished limestone. Too small for a body, it is possible that the tomb was intended for the king's ka, or to hold the canopic jars containing the king's organs.
Okay.
Later traditions in burials would have the canopic jars in the same chamber as the body.
So this was a different burial for the organs. Interesting. Okay, these are the designs. These are actual designs. Interesting way of drawing it. So these are cobras, I guess. Amulets. 2 Uri, 13th century BCE. That's great. So interesting, but I like the way they have made this, the way they have shown the head. Interesting. Never seen this way to be shown in this way. It is new to me. Maybe we can use it in some artwork. It would be interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's continue the tour. The pyramid. We are getting close.
Whoa.
What is this?
A polished limestone staircase leads west from the tomb to underground apartments.
I don't
Some
see.
of these rooms were intended to accommodate the king and his family in the afterlife. Many large jars of pottery were found, including some that still had deposits of beer, milk, and oil inside them. The false doorways are decorated with reliefs of the king taking part in rituals.
Okay.
In these reliefs, he is seen carrying agricultural tools, running, and performing a ritual for the reanimation of the deceased.
Okay, so there has been paintings and things done, and this is the decoration of the wall. Okay, the wall tiles from the funerary apartments of the king's Djoser. Southern. Interesting. Wow, pretty detailed for that time, and colorful too. We can really see that when it was in its full color and full, it's ready to see for the public, it would have been beautiful. Like, imagine an entire wall with tiles and patterns like this. And I think the colors are random. Do we see a pattern here? Okay, let's try to find a pattern. Okay, we can see a roughly L here, and what else do we have? Nothing. We do not have any repetition. This is completely random. The only thing common is this white stripes, and then these are randomly placed as of now. Maybe there is a bigger part of the pattern and we are looking at pretty much zoomed in, so not so sure about it. It looks, these colors are random and just the white line is prominent. So let's get out of here. Let's continue seeing this. But I wanted to see these patterns on this wall, man. We do not have it on in here.
Whoa.
No, it's not over here. Somewhere around here. It's empty. Just bricks. Are those bricks? There should be granite. The stones cannot be brick. Okay, let's touch the next checkpoint. What is this?
The architect Imhotep chose stone as a building material in order for the complex to last.
Okay.
Following the completion of the initial mastaba, Imhotep devised a burial of more ambitious dimensions. He set about stacking mastabas on top of each other. Evidence shows that the pyramid was enlarged twice by additional cuts into the steps, eventually reaching 62 meters in height and 121 meters by 109 meters at its base.
Okay, so this is Mr. Imhotep's idea to stack mastabas on top of each other, and then now we can see the pyramid forming. Now just it's a matter of smoothing it out. Okay, let's see the reference they are showing here. What is this? This is the statuette of Imhotep. Well, interesting. I don't know if he was a dwarf, but it could be just maybe it's made that way. Maybe he was a fan of chibi art, like Japanese anime. Maybe, you never know. Okay, so yeah, it's late period Ptolemy era and Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York. Yeah, still is statue of Imhotep. Oh, it's made in metal, and it was colored. I guess the colored have disappeared. They have been destroyed by time. So okay, so nothing else to see here. Let's continue the trip. So what do we know about this pyramids? It is surrounded by wall, and they have made the walls very strong. I don't know why. And they have only one entrance, and there are false entrances all around so that people get confused. Okay, very good job, Mr. Imhotep. Then we have separate burial chambers for organs, and they decorate that with tiles. Interesting. Now let's continue. What else? What else? Did we miss anything? Yeah, the pillars, the black pillars with red roof, so that the black pillars are less visible or less noticeable, so that the roof looks like it's floating. Interesting. So let's continue this one. What is this?
A staircase allowing the pharaoh to enter the divine world was represented by a tiered pyramid, oblong in shape, completely enveloping the original mastaba. The pyramid itself is a solid structure. All of the chambers and tunnels are beneath the structure.
So the entire this thing is just a pile of stones, nothing else. A pile of stone just kept on top of it. There is no tunnels, there is no room or nothing inside here. It's all underground, and this is just to mark it that it's over here. Interesting approach. I didn't know that. I thought that there was some room inside the pyramid, like above ground. This is new information. Okay, let's see the artwork. What is this? This is a photograph or a painting? Okay, Saraka, the view of the step pyramid by Lepsius and Loilot, 1849-1856. Is this a photograph? Not so sure. It looks like a sketch. Maybe somebody sketched it. Yeah, but still the pyramid looks beautiful. It looks way more beautiful in the artwork than what it looks in the game. Like, check this one out, and then let's see the original. It doesn't have that power. Something is missing. Maybe the steps are bigger. Yeah. Okay, let's see the next checkpoint. What do we have here? Whoa, this is an interesting statue.
Djoser the Sacred was the founder of the Third Dynasty.
Okay.
He ruled for 19 years. During his reign, he was known as Horus Najareket, divine of the body.
Okay.
He was given the name Djoser several centuries after his death as a sign of respect, and he is regarded as one of the greatest pharaohs of Egypt.
But never heard of him.
Was drafted in his name during the Ptolemaic period, 2,500 years after his death.
Wow. Okay, the painted limestone statue of Pharaoh Netzereket. I hope I'm pronouncing right. Quick history, PogChamp. Hi Destiny, thank you for joining in. From Saraka, Egypt, Old Kingdom, blah blah blah. Most of the information is in foreign language or in letters that I cannot read or make full sense of, so I don't know. All I can understand, this is a limestone statue of Djoser, I guess, the famous pharaoh who we do not know about, and now we know about him. We can tell everyone that we know about Egypt. Now we know about this pharaoh. Okay, let's continue the trip. No, still not that magical effect. The photograph or the sketch that we saw earlier in our previous what is that checkpoint, that was way better. This 3D version in the game is not that epic. Yeah, let's continue the tour. Continue. What is it? I think this one.
Whoa.
Whoa, new
Djoser
painting.
was associated with the sky god Horus in his human form. A plinth near the step pyramid is inscribed with his name and associated with Horus. He was the first to reside in Memphis, making it the central hub of government for the region. Djoser was known to have built many temples and monuments before the complex at Saqqara. The funerary complex was the first of its kind and would mark Djoser's greatest architectural achievement.
Okay, so all the other details we didn't clearly understand, but yeah, it's all about the pharaoh with who we do not know about, and we are learning now. And this is again that epic artist Jean-Claude Galvin, and his drawing style is a bit different here, but it shows that it's 1997. Maybe that wasn't a very good year for him because his drawing style is different. It's not that epic, but it captures the essence. And this is showing the city of Memphis and the pyramids at distance, so pretty far away. A lot of pyramids, too many kings and royalties, huh? Okay, let's continue the tour. What is this? Oh, this is the city of Memphis, sorry. I thought, what is this? Like, okay, do we have to compare? Okay, so these are the pyramids. We are looking to the city, but the painting, come on, in the painting we are on the city and we are looking at the city. No.
A plinth near the step pyramid is inscribed with his name and associated with Horus. He was the first to reside in Memphis, making it the central hub of government for the region. Djoser was known to have built many temples and monuments before the complex at Saqqara. The funerary complex was the first of its kind and would mark Djoser's greatest architectural achievement.
Okay, we accidentally triggered the narration and we still couldn't make good sense out of it, so let's see the next checkpoint. So I think there is a bit too much information with very few visuals. That's why it's getting a little complicated, because up till this checkpoint we were very much clear, and then from here onwards these three checkpoints have been a bit confusing. I hope, as this is the fourth one for this set, and then we have a other checkpoint maybe at a distance, maybe we have a concluding information here, so let's find it out.
The funerary complex was built to resemble Djoser's palace, with the stone carved to imitate mud brick, trees, and reeds.
Okay.
Creating these details and softer textures in hard stone would have been a time-consuming, labor-intensive task. Much of the complex is designed to accommodate the Hebsed festival, allowing the king the ability to affirm his rule even in the afterlife.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm really amazed by the words they used to write in hieroglyphics in Egypt, right? So this should be a recreation. If it's not, then it's definitely alien. So Saqqara pyramid number, how do you read this? 10 10 10 212 or 2000? I don't know how to read Roman letters. 2212. Am I reading it right? And if it is right, there have been so many pyramids. 2212. Something is wrong here. X is 10, and then X plus 1 1, or II, it's 12. We didn't have Roman Roman numbers in school. Maybe a little bit, like up to 10 or maximum 20. Not after that, so it is hard for me to read. Not so sure what it means. I think it's 200. 12 and then 2 digits, so yeah, it is 2212, I guess. Okay, let it be whatever it is. Maybe somewhere it's written in English. No, it's not. So Tank Master, Osagipin and Asthopian, I think these are the names. Carl Richard and Lepidus. Okay, 1849, 1897. So this is a kind of recreation, I guess, for the Institute of Fine Arts and Library. Okay. Beyond my understanding, I think it just symbolizes. It is just for labeling the pyramid where what goes. The labels are same, A, B, C, D, E, one on top of each other, and I don't know why is it in so much perspective. For some reason, I don't know. Okay, and are those measurements? If it is measurements, then where are the units? A bit confusing, like 38, 80, 27, 70. What is it? It is centimeter, feet. Little hard to understand. I think it's just for viewing, not for understanding it. Some information is missing here, so not so sure. Maybe I'm not intelligent enough to understand this. That could be the reason. And what is this? Notch mit Danen von Pering. Is this Spanish? Maybe. Completely out of my league. I can't understand this. So sorry, guys. Would have loved to share my opinion upon this, but I cannot understand it. Okay, let's go. What else do we have? We have another checkpoint over there. Let's find it out.
Whoa.
We are getting out of the compound. No, we want to go inside the pyramid and find out more. Come on. Come on. It's getting evening again.
Whoa.
Okay, let's start this checkpoint.
In the corner is a temple referred to as T. This
T.
temple is among the most mysterious structures in the complex. Its outer facade is plain, while inside it is decorated with intricate jed pillars and carvings.
Okay.
It's possible that this place was intended to be where the Ka of the King materialized, symbolically visiting the platform of the Hebsed courtyard from the afterlife.
If I understood this correctly, that if the king rises back from the dead, he will be residing in this temple to get his body back. Okay, that's why it's the outer walls are plain and the insides are decorated, just for making it more suitable for the king. Okay, understandable. Okay, let's check out the artwork. What is it? Oh, this is another our favorite artist's rendering of the same thing, I guess. This is the temple for the king after he comes back to life. Okay. Okay, let's continue the tour. Let's have a full screen view. If something that we are missing out, doesn't look like we are missing out anything. Okay, let's get to the next checkpoint.
Whoa.
What is this?
The Hebsed festival enabled the pharaoh to maintain universal order and renew godly powers. Through a series of trials and religious rites, such as dance, offerings, and visiting the sanctuaries of various deities, the ruler's vital force and divine nature was confirmed. The celebration was meant to represent the ruler's jubilee and would take place every 30 years, though the deadline was not always followed. The earliest known ritual dates from the First Dynasty.
Okay, he's the king. He can do whatever he wants. No deadline, no schedule. I think he was a freelancer. Okay, so they're talking about some festivals, but I don't see any references here that we can talk about. Some structures, some alleyway, and some random pillars. Okay, let's check out this thing. What is this? Okay, scene from a king's 30-year jubilee, 4th Dynasty, Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York. What's happening here? So this guy is the king. Hard for me to understand. And what are these? These are like the torso of people. Were they cut in half? This one looks like a snake. I think there is something entirely different happening here. I think they are combining human and animals here to make the Sphinx and things like that. Like we saw on the shipyard dock, we saw owl and the body of a cat or lion, things like that. I think here they are trying to mix and match different species. Like these are clearly human, and not so sure what's happening here. Okay, these guys are okay. This could be also some festival. Maybe they are acting a scene or a story. That could be. It could be a part of a festival. And these are King's soldiers who are guarding him from behind. Not a very good way to do this. How are you providing level Z security to the king, man? You will get your king killed. And I'm assume they did. Maybe they will tell us later. So let's continue the tour. Okay, so I don't know. Are we getting away from the pyramid or getting closer to it? Not so sure. Let's start the next checkpoint and we'll come to know.
Within the complex of Djoser, southeast of the pyramid, is a dedicated space for this essential ritual to be performed by the king even in the afterlife.
Okay.
The Hebsed courtyard is lined with false chapels and equipped with a platform featuring 2 staircases meant to represent Upper and Lower Egypt.
They are mentioning Upper and Lower Egypt again and again, but they are not defining how Upper and Lower Egypt is classified. Like, was it by income? I don't know. Maybe I missed out something. I don't know. This is not clear to me. We will have to Google it out later on. Okay, let's continue. Let's see the artwork related to this. Is this a recreation or the real thing? It looks like a real thing. These are limestones, I guess. The staircase in the Hebsed Korea 2012. Ubisoft has taken this picture. The steps are kind of slippery. It looks like someone didn't fall off the thing if they try to climb up, and if it's raining, I don't know. Okay, let's continue. I'm not so sure how to connect with the thing that we are learning now. I don't know. So let's continue. We are now very close to the pyramid. I don't know if we will be able to get inside the pyramid or not, but yeah, let's initiate this checkpoint.
Located in the courtyard, the 2 pavilions are believed to represent the palaces of Upper and Lower Egypt. Rectangular in shape, the 2 replica structures face one another. Their facade is similar to the chapels of the Hebsed ceremony, with column crowns carved to look like falling leaves.
Okay.
Because Queen Hetep-Hernepti and Princess Inetkas's names were discovered on a stela near the pavilions, it is thought that these funerary chapels were intended for them.
For the queen then. Funerary chapel, that means they will dissect the body and take out the organs. I don't want to think about that. Okay, let's check out the artwork. Again, Jean-Claude Galvin. This is the same artwork, I guess. They are just cropping different portion of the same artwork, and I think the artwork was not meant to be seen at such a scale level, because the artist's talent is getting destroyed here. Like, too zoomed. Obviously he was working on paper, so it is really tough to draw perfectly. But yeah, even after that he has done it beautifully. Like, there are shadows and pyramids. Even the steps on the pyramid, they have perfect shadows. I would get confused where the shadows would go if I was drawing this. The wall, the buildings, perfect. And I like the style how he shows sand, like dots, random dots, like here almost evenly organized, and here just clutters here and there. Interesting way of showing it. So like the sand is evenly organized and spread out over here, and these are just clutters. It's not managed by anyone. So I think these walls were actually to keep out sand dunes, or maybe the sand dunes were too heavy. That's why they needed such strong walls. And they didn't have concrete reinforced cement or concrete at that time, so they needed such thick pillars at the time maybe. Okay, we are getting a little bit clearer about what this tour is about. So this is complete about this pyramid and its temple all around and its decoration and the kind of festival they used to celebrate for the king. Nice, let's continue. What next? Ah yeah, let's explore.
The funerary temple is on the north side of the complex, facing the stars where the deceased ruler was believed to travel after death. Within this temple was the pharaoh's serdab, or cellar. It is a small enclosed space with one wall sloped to match the first step of the pyramid.
Okay, so they believe they will go to the North Star. Interesting. I don't know. So they prayed to the sun, and after death they went to the star. But they were not so advanced to know that the star was the sun. Interesting. So this is the pyramid. I think we will go inside the pyramid, or maybe not. So this is the entrance, or maybe the exit. If they pass away to the next world, they will go to the stars. Where is the North Star? I cannot see it over here. Do you guys see it? Do we have bows? Come on, Aya. Do you have any weapon? She does not have any. We can't zoom into the sky. But, like, is the sky perfect? I can't identify any constellations here. So, let's see. Can we find the North Star? Yeah, this is a constellation, but it does not point towards the North Star. I think the clouds are covering it. We can't find the spoon so that we can find the North Star, the constellation that looks like a spoon. Okay. Let's leave it. Why do we have to be so investigative? Let's get down. This is the last checkpoint, I guess. We don't go inside this pyramid. Interesting. Okay, let's see.
The north wall has two observation holes.
Observation holes.
A statue of Djoser is seated on the throne, wearing a mantle and a tripartite wig with a crown known as a Nemes.
Nemes.
Representing the king's ka, this statue looks through the observation holes into the courtyard, enabling the king to observe the ceremonies and receive offerings in the afterlife.
You mean the dead guy, when he reincarnates, he will just sit there and watch? Okay, so is there a statue? I don't clearly understand. God, it's so dark we can't see a thing. So I think let's try to see through. Our task here is complete, but we want to see through. Come on, Aya, we need to see inside. Do you see anything? Oh, we see a face. Okay, that's the statue. Now we see him. So you're watching us, sir, from there. Suddenly it felt like the statue will turn his eyes. But it didn't. Okay, so I don't know, guys. This store was a little confusing, I would say. Not so sure. A few of them we didn't clearly understand. And it would have been nicer if we could have gone inside this pyramid, but also it is not so important. We knew about the pharaoh and why or how this step pyramids came to existence, and it is very obvious that after the step pyramid it comes the actual pyramid that are smoother, the shape we today know about. So yeah, we learned about this today, and We learned about the very smart Imhotep who designed this pyramids by just placing things one upon another. Interesting. So I think our tour here is done for today. We learned a few things and we got confused about a few things. We tried to read some foreign language and tried to understand some measurements in unknown units. I don't know what we were doing. So this is it, guys. We are ending the stream for today. We'll be back again tomorrow. I say it every time, but I cannot keep my promise. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll try my best to be back tomorrow. So bye bye for today. We did almost an hour of stream in 2 parts, actually 3 parts. The third one was destroyed completely. The audio got ruptured, and so whatever. So this is the end, guys. Bye bye for today. See you back again tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.